Okay, thanks Abhishek. That was a detailed intro about our ecosystem, and I think you have almost covered most of the things. So I would just welcome everyone to this session, which is on Smart India Hackathon, where every engineer should begin. So this session mostly has two parts. So the first part is where we have with us Kavisha, who will be talking about uh, hackathons and the SIH and hackathons in general, what to do, what not to do. And then we have with us the past winners of SIH 2025, which is the Team Robust Solutions, and they will be sharing their experience around how they uh, went ahead with the solution and the ideas. So these are the major two parts of this hackathon, of this session, and it's mostly about hackathons and especially about SIH. So without further delay, I would like to introduce to our speakers. So our first speaker is Kavisha Mathur, who is an SD to our Tesco, and she has been a hackathon winners not once but like 8 times. She has been a speaker at many tech talks, like more than 25 plus, and she's also a mentor. She has also helped students grow in their field. So that's about Kavisha, and about the second part, which is our SIH 2025 winners. So we have with us the team Robust Solution. So they are from BIT Sindri. When they cracked SIH, they were all first year students. So we have with us Akash, Prince, Neeraj, Divyaraj, and Praveen. So yes, with that, I think we can start with the session. Before starting, just one thing. So I think Abhishek already mentioned, but so for questions, let me just show you.
So Sang, now I think that's not readed right because chat is enabled.
Yes, but still, they
Even
could
they can put it up. Yeah.
get lost in the chats. So Q&A is still better. So so the uh, so you can see the in your Google Meet, there's a feature called Q&A. You could utilize it. Like you can just come here and ask any question. If you don't yourself, you can post it anonymously and just post it. So while we are taking questions, we'll first go for Q&A. We'll take the Q&A questions and then we'll move on to the chat questions, or we'll allow you to raise your hands and ask live questions. So you could utilize this feature. Uh, with this, I would like to invite Kavisha first. So, Kavisha, thanks for doing this. Thanks for being here. And yes, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Abhishek. Thanks, Shashank. Thanks, all of you, for joining in on Sunday evening, 7 to 8. It's great. I would love to see all of your videos, but they have a strict policy of seeing no one except the organizers. So clearly, I hope all of
Maybe
you.
we can do one thing. I'll try switching on video camera for all of you. But guys,
Yeah,
please
yeah.
don't misuse it.
Please, let's try to do that so that we know कि everyone's paying attention. ठीक है? So let's start. Let's start with, although Shashank has given a wonderful introduction, let me tell you a little bit about myself so that you know ki yaar 7 to 8, who are you listening to? We have your past SIH winners also. We have people who have actually been through that journey. And so a little bit about me is that I'm an SD to a Tesco. But apart from my day job, I love to participate in hackathons. So I have gone to many hackathons. I have won 8+ hackathons, including your Google Agentic AI, your Microsoft Chalang, which is the largest women hackathon in India that happens. We have Stevo System, we have Google Build for Blog, many of them. I started off as a regular participant, so it's not like I have won all of the hackathons that I have gone to. But that journey from just being a participant to a hackathon winner, especially an SIH winner, is what OSCode is trying to bring to you, right? Because this kind of platforms and hackathons, just not just at your resume, they open doors for so many opportunities going forward, right? And that is what we are trying to do for all of you. Okay, so let's start. Is there a possibility, Abhishek, to switch on videos or anything?
Yeah, it's enabled. People can switch on.
Okay, guys, then I highly encourage ki, you know, switch on your videos if you can, if you guys are all comfortable, so that we also don't feel like we're just talking to each other. Okay, so I can see some of you guys. Okay, let us start. So I do have a PPT present, but I want to interact with all of you like one-on-one, not just in the Q&A session. Keep dropping your queries also in the chat. Okay, and the best thing is that you guys at the end of the session will get all the resources also. You will get the link for one-on-one mentorship in case you guys have any queries personally also. Um, so let's start. Hopefully my screen will be visible. Okay. Let me know अभिषेक अगर सब visible है या नहीं. ठीक है? Think it is visible. Okay. Great. So we are cracking hackathons and मतलब क्या है? What is the point? कि क्यों Abhishek and the entire team has organized this session is what I want all of you to understand. Because when you guys have the clarity कि why do you want to crack SIH, not just for the prize money, not just for the LinkedIn post, right? You will get access to the mentors, to the judges, to the past winners, to adding your amazing projects to your resume with whether or not you win, right? So that is the first step you need to understand ki alawa just the prize money and everything, because it is a rigorous process. SIH is not something that just happens ki over a weekend it's done. It's a rigorous process from the prototyping to the end judgment round, right? So we've already seen a little bit of why I'm speaking to you, and I will be giving you, how you can better your performance in your hackathons. And for everything, I'll be sharing resources also, ki how you can make proper teams. Right? What is the call to action? Where are your MVP slides that you can find when you're creating solutions? What is the tech stack you should use? Business models, ke liye, everything based templates will be shared. For now, I will just be going through, all of these things. This is the agenda. I'm going to give you a high level overview. Okay. So the first is that, so this is from the past hackathons that I've also been to, IEEE, Build for Bharat, from ONDC and many more, right? This is from Agentic Day, Amazon Day, and other days. So the most important thing that you can see over here, right, in the pictures is the team collaboration. And I get so many DMs asking ki, where do we find our team? Is it just the person who is sitting right next to us in college? Or is it just the person who you're doing your internship with? So the most important question you need to ask yourself is, when you prepare your team, make sure it is a spread of all the people who are at least well versed in one technology. So front end ke liye, maybe you can have one person. For back end, you have one person, a person who knows how to connect the two. You need to have one person, and the most important one is someone who can articulate the solution properly to the judges, right? So when you have a team, collaboration, obviously how you work in the hackathon is important, but the first step is to create the right team. If it is a team which is not compatible with each other, if all of you guys are front-end users, then it doesn't make sense, right? You're going to stumble on issues later on, right? So first is to define your core team members, their roles, and the experience that they bring, right? Not just someone who is using AI. I mean, definitely with the advent of AI, everyone is using AI. है ना? Next is the milestones you guys have achieved, right? So all of this needs to be shared. Ki what is now during SIH also, you have different goals, right? Different milestones that you're preparing for. So you guys need to discuss ki that timeline is clear in your schedule for everyone who is participating in the hackathon, right? So that is the first thing. Next is, what is your call to action, right? When you're going for SIH, when you're going for any hackathon for that matter of fact, there are people who are coming with their fundings, with their partnerships, with their mentorship, right? You might not necessarily win the hackathon, but you could find mentors or partnerships. Maybe, it could be a budding startup that you have, right, in SIH when you go. So your idea could easily, maybe even if you guys don't win, it can open your doors to so many opportunities, and that is what you need to understand, that platforms like this give you, right? You can bag a funding from some judge who is coming over there, the mentorship, the partnership, right? So make sure that you have a clear call to action so that you were able to make use of this opportunity, either, irrespective of how it goes for you. Next is the problem. When you're solving a problem, how are you going to, approach the problem, right? Whatever problem you're having. For example, let us assume you are trying to build a solution for the blind people. You are trying to create an IoT device for the blind people, which can, help navigate, navigate for, make navigation easier for them. So when you create a problem, make sure it has a compelling story. You have to be solving for someone यार. मतलब तुम ये बोलो कि मैं तो डांसर्स के लिए गॉगल्स बनाऊंगा, ठीक है, कि वो डांस बेटर कर पाए. तो maybe there is a market size for it, but is there a big market size? Is it a compelling story for you to go on SIH stage and say कि यार मैं ये बना रहा हूँ, right? Something that is solving a pain point for the society is the biggest thing, right? Next is the market size, right? And why this is very important, क्योंकि yeah, definitely I'll share the PPT in PDF in the end of the session, ठीक है? तो the potential market size is important because कल को you want to create a startup out of this, right? Most important thing is you need to understand कि इसमें what is your GTM extension, what is your go-to market strategy, right? How are you going to scale your solution out of SIH also? So many solutions come out, and you can get a funding from Google, Amazon, because they have these startup programs, right? So you can definitely make use of all of this. So ये important है, and most important है existing solution, right? Ab we are discussing कि we are making a goggle for blind people. If it already exists at a nominal price for everybody, what is the point? I mean, you can definitely be a competitor, but you should be able to identify the gap that an existing solution in the market, वो ये वाला point नहीं कर रहा है. Our solution is doing ये, this is our selling point. This is our USP. Unique selling point क्या है that existing solution is not having, right? So that is the most important thing when you understand कि market समझ आ गया, existing solution समझ आ गया, so that you can place your solution accordingly. Okay. Any questions so far? Drop it in the chat as well. Even if I'm not going to have a look, maybe other team members can also do. Now है solution. Problem समझ आ गया, right? Solution. Now, whenever you create a product, you need to clearly define कि यार consumer कौन है, who is consuming your solution. ठीक है, वो कोई product हो सकता है, it can be a website, it can be a mobile app, it can be a IoT solution, it can be anything. Who is your end consumer? And you need to have a thorough understanding कि तुम who are you servicing this for, right? Only then you will be able to understand कि ये वाला जो product है वो किसको help कर रहा है. ठीक है, key features तो you guys will know, but don't put key features कि we have login and sign up. ठीक है, जो AI भी बना देगा. Correct. Chatbot है, chatbot ठीक है, but what is the chatbot able to do? Is it able to crawl through all your features on your website in such a way that it can, every time you ask something to the chatbot, it can give? है ना? Next is how it works. So you guys will have, and I will share my PPT for Google Agentic AI, where we won the second prize out of, I think, 7,000 plus people. I will show you exactly this is how we did it also, okay? And we'll see this breakdown was done or not. Okay, I have 2-3 PPTs also in mind. Next is your business model. Okay, business model is how you are going to, scale this, ठीक है, SIH में वो देखेंगे कि तुम्हारा जो सोल्यूशन है वो स्केलेबल है या नहीं है. Okay, if it's not going to make them money, what is the point of this solution existing, and why are you also spending so much time, to try to make something? Either it can be, and how are you planning to make money out of it? You made a solution, maybe Meta wants the solution, and I will tell this. One of the don't remember his name right now. In one of the hackathons, I had met this guy who worked on solutioning languages. India में इतनी सारी languages, the Dravidian languages का translation and transcription is a huge problem that even big companies like Meta are trying to solve, and that is what he solved, and he sold it. And another friend of mine who is, maybe I'll show you his picture also. He was one of my partners in Google Agentic AI. He has built a solution for related to a Python library, and his app has 1 million plus downloads on Play Store. And every week almost, he gets a buying opportunity. Can we buy your app? So this is something that you can scale. Even if you are not going to continue it, if you make a plan on how to scale it, it will help you. तो market entry पता होनी चाहिए कि will you put this on the Play Store, will you put it on social media, partnerships from SIH, what are you going to do? What is your growth plan? This is the most important thing. Outline your strategy, but so whenever, and all of this should come from the starting day one itself. Okay. Next one, elevator pitch. How many of you guys know what an elevator pitch is? Because I can't see all of you. Maybe you can raise your hands. Okay, we know what's an elevator pitch and we have pitched before. 2 people only? 3. Okay, 6. We have 116 people. I'm assuming kuch log lazy bhi hain. They have not this thing. Yeah. So Gaurav has written ki okay, he doesn't know what an elevator pitch is, which I appreciate the honesty, and that is what we're trying to teach over here, right? Ansh has also written. तो elevator pitch क्या होती है? तुम सोचो कि तुम निखिल कामित के साथ एलिवेटर में बंद हो, ठीक है? ऋषिकेश आना पे अटेंशन अब, ठीक है? निखिल कामित के साथ बंद हो, तुम्हें चाहिए कि फर्स्ट फ्लोर से 5th फ्लोर तक. यू वांट टू टेल हिम कि यार हमने ना SIH के लिए ये बहुत मस्त सा आइडिया बनाया है. एलिवेटर कितना टाइम लेगा? 30 सेकेंड्स लेगा फर्स्ट टू 5th फ्लोर जाने के लिए. Can you pitch to any person in 30 seconds? And that is literally the elevator pitch. That is, if you run into someone in an elevator, in a hallway, in any place, if you are able to exactly tell in 30 seconds, 30 to 1 minute, right? What your solution, what is the problem you're solving? I am solving for blind people, I am solving for farmers, I am solving for businessmen. This is my solution. This is a pain point. In the most compelling way, that is your elevator pitch. And a successful elevator pitch has few parts. Okay? Problem statement जो हमने पढ़ा ही था. And ये नहीं कि slide, अब तुम निखिल कामत को elevator में तुम slide सुनने दिखा दोगे. ठीक है? You meet the founder of Zomato, Blinkit, कुछ भी, whoever you meet, you cannot show him the slides. Right? So you need to have a clear key problem statement क्या है कि blind people are not able to see कुछ तो. This is the problem. Solution क्या है? मैंने एक IoT device बनाया है which does geospatial scanning of all the images. We found it. Value proposition क्या है? There is a market of almost 1 billion, 1 million people are there. Correct. When several teams choose the same problem statement, what is the problem? Exactly. We'll come to that. Right? What if your problem statement is same and many people ka problem statement is same, right? So wow, people have already started talking on GitHub. I will show you everything, guys. I will show you my slides also. ठीक है? For Google Agentic AI, you don't worry. ठीक है? सारे winning slides also I'll show. ठीक है? And who is your target audience? And to answer your question, Kamal Singh, यार SIH, Google, किसी के भी hackathon वाले जो repositories हैं, they are not public. I can show you the articles that I've written, snippets of code if you guys want it going forward. I have all the resources compiled. So I'll show you all of you guys, but the entire repository is not present. ठीक है? Now next is who is your target audience? Mention करो and try to build this. क्यों ये? क्योंकि jury round में जब आप जाओगे, you have 1 minute, you have to say exactly this in your jury round also. Jury round में तुम demo दिखाओगे, ये दिखाओगे, jury doesn't know. they know the problem statement but they don't know what is your solution. तो वो जल्दी से समझा पाओगे वही, नहीं तो कोई नहीं सुनने वाला इतना. ठीक है. Next is examples. We'll start with the elevator pitch key, start with a hook. Imagine you're stuck with someone in the elevator, you start with a hook key. Do you know anyone, suppose, if you're solving for people for diabetes, you ask the founder ki, do you know, does anyone in your family have diabetes? Does anyone have cancer? We have a unique solution, right? Interact with the mentors and judges beforehand so that you have a personal one-on-one connection. What issues most people face is, you don't want to interact with the mentors and judges. क्या होता है, jury round में जाओगे, first time mentor is looking at your face, judge is looking at your face, you don't know who they are, they don't know who you are. But if you interact throughout, you can tell them कि this is what we are building, so mentors and judges will try to help you कि guys, can you make this additional. And from SIH winners, I think we'll see also how the mentorship and judging works in SIH later. Start with the elevator pitch, we already covered that. We have the demo has to be engaging. Be ready to pivot. If at any point your mentor or judge is not convinced that this solution na, it already exists, please iske liye mat banao. So don't be stubborn कि मुझे तो इसके लिए ही बनाना है. Be ready to pivot at any point and have a strong call to action. ठीक है कि guys, this is call to action. मतलब क्या होगा कि we'll have a Google form that is sent to 30,000 people. Where are you getting the email of people? We'll get it from so and so place. We'll have a digital product. जो भी है, have a strong call to action. Have a strong GTM extension, I would say, go to market strategy. Okay. Now I will show you everything. Abhishek, I hope we are on time because I want to show them thoda slides and resources.
Yeah, sure, you can show. No worries.
Okay. Guys, have any questions? Show some emojis because I'm not able to see your face. या कुछ emojis ही डाल दो. If not in chat, ताकि समझ आ रहा हो. ठीक है, amazing. ठीक है. अभिषेक तू शर्मा रहे हो. सारी लड़कियां तुम्हें ही हार्ड भेज रहे, सारी लड़के तुम्हें ही हार्ड भेज रहे हैं ना. जो लोगों ने ये thumbs down डाला है उनका भी note down कर लो.
We are seeing the reaction. You asked for reaction rate.
ठीक है. हाँ, ये रजत राय तब से डाल रहे हैं, देख लो. हाँ, ठीक है. Okay, guys, let's move on to the slides now, which we have created during agentic AI. मैं 2-3 दिखाऊंगी, not just agentic AI. One Stevo system, that was a solo hackathon. तो solo hackathon also, क्यों मैं दिखा रही हूँ solo hackathon? Because SIH में बहुत सारे लोग जाते हैं, they go 1% team also. ठीक है, बहुत सारे लोग हैं, नॉट जस्ट फॉर SIH, जनरली ऑल्सो पीपल गो 1% टीम, है ना. तो लेट अस सी, एक मिनट. ठीक है, आई विल स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट वन, सोलो हैकाथन वाला. एजेंटिक वाला इज स्टिल लोडिंग. Stop sharing my screen. ठीक है. ठीक है, let me start with all the resources that we have for all of you. ठीक है, I will be showing the slides also, so now pay attention to how your slides and everything should also look. Okay, let's start with one solo hackathon wala slide deck. That was a very old slide deck, so hopefully the role that I played, yeah, I will show you everything. I will tell you everything in the Q&A session also. I'll cover. Okay, so let me start with the first one. Yes, hopefully it is visible. It is a very huge PPT. I will not go through everything because बहुत ही बड़ा है ये PPT. ये है for Stevo systems. Okay, this was a solo hackathon that I won second place in. ठीक है. Next was to make a cross and sell upsell recommendation engine. ठीक है. तो I clearly told कि what are we trying to solve. Okay. Next is the data set that they had given, what was my analysis of it. So this is data set that they had given. So I did an analysis that product data looks like this. Sometimes your hackathons give you some initial data set and stuff, right, as starting point. So how is it looking, health and wellness and everything. Now in the recommendation system, after analyzing their data, I told them that this is what I'm going to give you, because they were in the management, data management industry. So these are the 6 categories that I will create your recommendation system. ठीक है? उसके बाद next thing. ठीक है? 3 things I told them, these are my 3 USP. And why am I saying this? Someone had asked in the chat कि यार many people will be creating for the same problem statement. How do you differentiate yourself? ठीक है? तो I told them that these are my 3 USPs. I'm going to upsell the products and I'm going to maximize their revenue. तो जो existing, तुम ऐसा सोचो कि तुम Flipkart बेच रहे हो और Amazon or something you guys are selling. ठीक है? मतलब उस पे प्रोडक्ट सेल कर रहे हो, तो how will you maximize the revenue? ठीक है? Enhance customer experience कैसे होगा? Customer loyalty तुम कैसे बनाओगे? For Blinkit, for Zomato and everything. Right? So I told them that these are my 3 USPs that I'm going to solve for, and I will solve them with this thing, all the solutions that they want. Mera first solution tha, tum socho, just try to correlate with Amazon itself. I told them that I'm going to give them bundled products when I give them a recommendation engine. And what is the key factor? Ye XML data set jo hota hai na, that was the biggest problem that they had, ki this XML data set was very sparse. So how will they create bundled products? Now they have this user data, but how do you combine everything was their issue. My first thing was that I was giving them solution 1, bundled products. Solution 2, seasonal and trend analysis. उसका मतलब क्या होता है कि summer में कुछ products बिकते हैं, कुछ नहीं बिकते हैं. Multi-channel recommendation, which means कि you get your Blinkit and Amazon या ये सब ads on Instagram, you get them on YouTube, you get them on so many platforms. ठीक है? Solution 4, chatbot. और that time when I created the solution, तब तो chatbot था ही नहीं. ठीक है? मतलब तब AI के साथ you cannot create a chatbot very easily. ठीक है? Then like I said, competitive benchmarking. You understand? तो मैं किस कंपनी के लिए सॉल्व कर रही थी? I told them that these are your competitive competitors. ठीक है? IBM Infosphere, SAP is your competitor, Informatica is your competitor, but ये उनके pain points हैं. ठीक है? Pain points मतलब ये वाले ना ये सॉल्व नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो तुम सॉल्व कर सकते हो. एज अ कंपनी यू कैन सॉल्व इट. ओके, एंड दे वर अ अर्ली स्टार्टअप, नाउ दे हैव स्केल्ड अ लॉट. ठीक है? सो आई टोल्ड देम व्हाट वाज द स्टेप्स ऑफ नाउ एनालाइजिंग देयर data set, which was their biggest point that they were trying to solve. This is the flow chart. फ्लो चार्ट क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? किसी भी जज या किसी भी मेंटर को समझाने के लिए कि सपोज तुम्हारा कस्टमर आ रहा है, वो यूआई कैसे लग रहा है, तुम यूआई से तुम उनका ईमेल और ये ले रहे हो, फिर उस इंफॉर्मेशन को तुम कैसे ट्रैक कर रहे हो, तो उनका कस्टमर यूजर जर्नी कैसा लग रहा है. करेक्ट? तो यू नीड अ फ्लो चार्ट फॉर दैट. दीज आर ऑल प्रोजेक्ट ओवरव्यू, और मैंने क्यों करा certain things, pre-processing data and all of that, not usually required in a final data set, final jury round. ठीक है? This business model flow chart वगैरह मैंने इसलिए डाला था. Tech stack. So these are all the important things for a jury round. Tech stack. What is your tech stack? What is your use case? How is your HLD looking? This was my HLD कि front end कैसा लग रहा है, back end कैसा लग रहा है, machine algorithm कैसा लग रहा है ना? जैसे तुम्हारा लॉगिन आएगा, फिर ब्राउजिंग, कंपनी डैशबोर्ड कैसा है, क्रॉस सेल कैसे करोगे, है ना? बाकी तो टेक्निकल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन एंड डेमो एंड एवरीथिंग वाज देयर. ठीक है? कंक्लूजन्स क्या थे कि was I able to solve, was I able to upsell, was I able to cross sell, was I able to give personalized recommendations. ठीक है? तो this is one of the bigger PPTs. Okay, this is काफी heavy PPT. Not all hackathons require such a big PPT. Maybe every checkpoint of your hackathon will require subset of this PPT. ठीक है? Final jury round of SIH will require maybe 5-6 PPTs. I mean slides in only. ठीक है? तो I have agentic AI का also, but I will take a time check from Abhishek. Abhishek, do we have?
Kavisha, what we can do, maybe you can share that link into the chat. Meanwhile, we can start with previous SIH winners.
Yeah. Give me 2 more minutes. I just conclude this.
Yeah, sure, done.
ठीक है? So hopefully you guys have had an idea. There are more slide decks and stuff. Obviously information का तो overload. SIH भी, these people are going to give you some amazing golden nuggets of information. ठीक है. रिसोर्सेज के मामले में मैं नाउ यू गाइज आर ऑल आस्किंग फॉर रिसोर्सेज की टेम्पलेट कहाँ से मिले, MVP सोल्यूशन वगैरह. वन इज कि आई विल बी ड्रॉपिंग माय योर बडी लिंक ऑल्सो. ऑल ऑफ यू गाइज कैन जस्ट टेक्स्ट मी over there or on LinkedIn. I'll drop everything in the chat as well. And the next thing is for resources also, I just want to drop a resource. So when एक minute, sorry. So since I keep going for hackathons and stuff, I've compiled everything in one neat place for all of you guys. कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रही है शेयरिंग स्क्रीन में. So hopefully you're able to see. So all of the things that you require, right? I have put it here, the complete roadmap, whatever you require, the resources that you require, domain जो निकालना है. तो resources में you need your resource vault. तो where do you find hackathons? OSCode is doing a great job at that. MVP कैसे है? Building stack कौन सा चाहिए? कौन सा? What are the tech stack that you need? Market research frameworks. What is the things that you require? पिच एंड डेमो को कैसे करें, बिगिनर प्रोजेक्ट आइडियाज, जूरी के लिए जो प्रेपरेशन होता है वो कैसे करें. तो ऑल ऑफ दिस जो बहुत सारे लोगों ने पूछा था कि हाउ डू यू डिस्टिंक्ट योर सोल्यूशन फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट टीम, राइट? सो ऑल ऑफ दिस आई हैव कंपाइल्ड everywhere. I also take mentorship sessions. Wo everything will be dropped in the link. I mean in the chat itself. So all of this will be shared with all of you guys. I don't want to take too much time from the SIH winners as well. So I'll be passing it on to them now. Hope you guys found it useful, and anything that you have, you guys can always DM me. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, one request from our end, Kavisha, maybe meanwhile you can be active in the chat and reply. Maybe some chat you may have missed, right? So you can start replying to the chat as well. And Susank, we can start with the SIH winners.
Okay, thanks, Kavisha. That was a informative session, and I think we all learned something new today. So thanks for that. And yes, now we can move on to the SIH winners. So I would like to invite the team Robo Solutions, the team from BIT Sindri who cracked SIH 2025 as first year students, which is impressive in itself. So yes, please, you guys can start.
Okay, so first of all, good evening, everyone. And the very first, I would like to thank the organizers of this event, the OSCode community, for organizing this interactive session. And this said Praveen Charasia with our team Robust Solution. And here is our members, Dibya Raj Singh, Prince Kumar, Akash Burma, Neeraj Prajapati. And unfortunately, one of our team member, Rimisha, is not present here. We all are from BIT Sindri, Dhanbad, Jharkhand. So we are Team Robust Solution, winner of the Smart India Hackathon 2025 for the problem statement SIH 25102. That was AI-based dropout prediction and counseling system. So, and today we are here to discuss our journey over the SIH and the strategy to crack the SIH. We will be also discussing over our extra edge, which we got from the whole process of Decode SIH 2025 Hackathon. So we will proceed further.
So, hey, good evening, everyone. So, let's come to SIH part. So, as most of you guys already know what is SIH, the largest Indian hackathon, etc., etc. So, if we come to the evaluation and one more thing, if you guys have any doubt, you can ask me in the Q&A session and anything like how to make complaint presentation for SIH. Okay, we'll be sharing our presentation also. So from there, you can also see the changes which were like how we created our presentation, what were the changes, how you have to represent your team, ideas, anything like that. We'll be sharing that as well. Now coming to the evaluation part. So mostly in the last week of August, like the third or fourth week, you guys will get your problem statement. Okay. Now, once you have your problem statement on the official SIH website, in the first week of September or in the last week of August, you guys will be having your internal SIH round in your colleges. Now, how to crack the first round of SIH will be the first priority. So, from every college, 45 teams are shortlisted and 5 teams are waitlisted. Now, while select, wait, okay, no problem. Okay. So while selecting a problem statement, like anyone will ask, like, how can we select a problem statement? Which problem statement to choose? So as for the internal round, choose a problem statement which you guys are confident that you can build end-to-end completely. Because like when SH was first started in the year 2018, or there was not so much competition in the internal rounds, but nowadays you are seeing that even in the college round, so 100, 200 teams, 300 teams are participating. So only creating a presentation will not last. Here I qualified the 2 second round, but yeah, okay, we'll discuss about that as
Sorry
well.
to interrupt, Akash. I'll suggest you can continue with your presentation. Meanwhile, there'll be many questions floating in the chat, right? So maybe you guys can take it up later. It will disturb your flow as well parallelly.
Okay, I can you repeat, sir? Actually, your voice was not audible.
I was mentioning there'll be many questions floating in the chat, and even it may interrupt your current flow. So I suggest you can complete your presentation and then you guys can jump into the chat or Q&A.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. So let me just share my screen. Okay, so last year, this was the presentation which we submitted for our SIH. So one thing you have to keep in mind that don't change the header and footer of any template, whether irrespective of whichever hackathon you are participating. If the organizing committee has given you a template, just follow it. Don't change the header, footer, anything. You can add elements, anything, but don't play with the color palette of the PowerPoint. So this was the title slide. You can probably say my ID, title, theme, PS secretary, team ID, team name. Okay, so this was the second slide. The proposed solution and system architecture. One thing you can see that if there are any important words, we have highlighted that. Now, what is the point of that? See, if there are any important words and you are highlighting that, now it is obvious that anyone who is like judging around 100 to 200 PPT a day, he will not read your entire paragraph. So highlight the words which you think are important or that can make a difference. Secondly, try to use a diagram for your presentation. Like as you can see in our system architecture, we have used diagrams so that it becomes more visible to the judge that what we are trying to present to him. Now, as you can see a technical approach. As for technical approach, I will suggest do draw a flowchart of what you are trying to develop. And for that, don't use AI. You can like create it from scratch because it becomes more visible to the judging committee. Then the feasibility and viability slide was you can mention your technical, operational, and economic feasibility along with the challenges and risks and how will you overcome them. Then the impact and benefit. And the last slide was research and references. As for the research and references, do some of these points. First, do mention that how your product, as ma'am also mentioned, that how your product is different from the existing solutions. As we have discussed that how our product was different from EduPredict, Civistas, Learning Blackboard, Analytics. Then you can attach a photo of your UI UX. Now, this was the presentation which we use in the internal round of our college. When you are submitting your presentation for the further rounds, you can attach a prototype link or the GitHub link of your project. This gives you an extra edge over the other teams as well. So this was our entire presentation of how we created this presentation. So that was, I would like to add in the end that for the first round, create a presentation and prototype as well. As for the second round, do add a GitHub link or video URL or prototype link of whatever you have created, so that there are higher chances that your presentation will be selected, because there are about 500 plus teams overall, and only 5 teams are selected for the final round. So in order to get selected, you have to add something which gives you an edge over the others. So these were all the points from my side. Now I will like to hand over this case to Prince to further communicate.
Yeah, so good evening everyone. Myself Prince Kumar from BIT Sindri. So currently I am second year student. So first of all, we have selected the problem statement which was based on like AI based dropout prediction and counseling system. So our problem statement was based on AI ML part. And my role and with Paveen, me and Parveen handles the AI ML part, which we make a prediction part where we have to predict the percentage of dropout of students from different colleges on the basis of their attendance, marks, and status. So for that we have in the initial stage we find the best data sets which we will which we will use to train the model. We have cleaned that, and both of us, Parveen and me, clean the data and do the feature engineering that was involved. And after that, we have decided to use the model that is XGBoost, because we will taking care of the accuracy. Some of the teams were using random forest, but we have taken care of the accuracy and we have used XGBoost model. So you guys have to think about it, which will be impact the judges more. Like if you say we have taken care of accuracy, it will impact more on the mindset of the judges. So like this we have, and our team are versatile, like all the teams member have different domains, so it helped us a lot. So you guys have to take care of that like this. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Prince. Now, how Decode SIH helped us to crack SIH? Okay, like how the last year, the OSCode team uh, decided to conduct, and we have participated in Decode SIH. As this Decode SIH is mainly for a clone of SIH that you can see, you can see as ये आपको ऐसा रहेगा कि आप SIH का एक क्लोन, ठीक, जो एक इलाबोरेट हो सके, इट इज अ 45 days और 50 days ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम और हैकाथॉन यू कैन से, ठीक है, जिसमें आपको हर एक आइडिया लगेगा, हाउ यू हैव टू build the problem, how you have to think for the problem, ठीक, and the mentor will help you accordingly. There is a one-on-one mentor session with every interval in between the 50 days. Okay, so by this we got the actual, or you can say the overview, that how we can crack SIH. Okay, by the time Decode SIH helped us a lot for the SIH. Thank you everyone.